What is going on, family? Well, I had planned on doing these videos every day, but the last couple of days have been kind of a whirlwind, and there hasn't been enough time between random visits of people injecting me with things, doing things, shifting me to take care of this, that, and the other, and yada, 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 that I have a chance to really record. I'm really testing my luck right now because I could have somebody come in any minute saying they're this person or that person and they can take care of this problem or that problem. Anyway, I'm trying to do these videos in such a way that you don't necessarily have to watch me in the video. You can pretty much just kind of have me off to the side like an audiobook, just so that you can at least hear what I'm trying to say and be updated on the information on what's going on so that everybody's on the same page. I'm primarily sticking with doing these videos so that I don't have to tell 25 different people on 17 different platforms in 3 different languages what's going on. You know, when all said and done, there's just so much repetitiveness that I can handle in situations like this, where everybody's asking, are you okay, are you okay, are you okay? And this pretty much simplifies it for me, and as well for you guys, because it gives you the ability to actually hear a longer variation than what I would send via a text, because texts are really not meant to be dissertations. That being said, what it all boils down to is I found out pretty much the day that I got here, and they got me checked in and situated and everything. By the way, here happens to be a smaller size, full size, but smaller size hospital in, I want to say, Ice Mountain Lake, North Carolina, something along those lines, name-wise. I know mountain and I think lake is in the name. Ice feels just about right. I'm going off of memory from what I Googled a couple days ago, because I haven't had a chance to double check that before I decided to do the video. So anyway, some place with the name mountain and lake in it in North Carolina is where I'm currently at a hospital. Shortly after they got me checked in and did some testing and blood work and yada yada yada. Long story incredibly short, they found out that I'm septic. So at some point in time in the last week, most likely some unexpected problem on my body decided to infect my blood, and it got to the point where it started expanding itself and causing my leg to swell to the point of no return and sapping me of all of my strength and power and energy. So it's I want to say they said something along the lines of cellulitis being part of the problem, but ultimately, here we go, got an interruption, hitting pause for the moment, and we're back. So yeah, it's not actually in my bloodstream. It's isolated in my left leg, and it's causing a level of swelling that completely has immobilized my left leg. Like, I don't have any strength in it, I don't have any power in it, I don't have any ability to really use it. It's questionable to be able to stand on it. I definitely can't, like, walk normally with it. That's not happening. Right leg is technically fine, but it has been affected by the sepsis in relation to having little to no energy or capability of responding to the concept of me wanting to move it, which is really weird to me because it's like, at the end of the day, if I want to move my leg and my leg is not in any kind of disarray, I should be able to just move my leg and it should function like normal. But since it's not being directly affected, I should not have any problem with it. But I have, for whatever reason, I have no strength in that leg either. So it takes effort for me to lift it and move it as they need me to do when doing various different things or changing positions for various different purposes. But yeah, so honestly, I mean, that's the brunt of the situation. I have a septic infection. They are working it out of my system via antibiotics, and they did a surgery whose name I can never remember. They have told me multiple times, and I've requested them to tell me extra times, and it still doesn't stick in my mind. But the long and short of it is, they placed some tubing in my, like below the skin of my legs, in spots where the pooling of fluid that was infected was at, in order to let it ooze out on its own. Again, I'm sorry, I can't remember what type of procedure it's called, but yeah, that was the level of surgery that was involved with this kind of situation. So there's that in play, there's the antibiotics in play, and then I've personally gone out of my way to, when they've offered me like extra drinks during my meals or snacks at night or whatever, I've been focusing on cranberry juice, because from my understanding, it's supposed to help kidney function to some degree. I'm not quite sure what it is specifically, but so far when I brought it up to the nurses, they were like, that's a good idea, go ahead and do that, I'm sure that'll help. But yeah, I've been, trying to help flush out this ridiculousness in my system by drinking reasonable amounts of water. I'm not trying to go overboard because I don't want to do more than necessary and make my problem worse instead of better. But yeah, drinking water in moderation throughout the entire day, because they usually bug me at as early as 4 a.m., as late as 2 a.m., and a bunch of random times in between, so there really isn't a solid sleep cycle that I get to have. So with that being said, anytime they wake me up to do something, I will give in a couple sips of water and drink some cranberry juice before I go back to sleep, or before I get into whatever else I'm doing for the day. But yeah, just my way of trying to help push everything through in general and help fix the problem in general, because I was stuck in a weird, when this was happening, before I got to the hospital, I was stuck in a weird mode where I was blowing up like a balloon while dehydrated, while drinking like a gallon of water every day, and going to the bathroom at a fairly regular pace. But I could tell from the way things looked in the bathroom that I was dehydrated, like severely dehydrated. So that's what kind of led down the wrong path of thought in regards to it being something related to diabetes or something similar. Because that's the only thing I've ever heard of that has that kind of stuff at play. The swelling, the dehydration, and with dehydration, no matter how much water you actually drink, because the water is just going through your system, but the kidneys are still specifically sapping the fluids out of your system instead of using the new fluid to do its process, or whatever the case may be. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys with too much more information because there isn't a whole lot more to say. It's pretty much at this point a waiting game. Things have been getting better. When I got here, the level of pain that I had in my my left leg, was a very annoying and specific, starting at a 4, and if you touched me, if you blew on me too hard, it would shoot up to 1,000 or 10,000 without question, very, very easily. Fast forward to today, they were able to handle me for a couple different reasons and shift me around the bed, and there was pain there, but in comparison to how bad it was originally, it was extremely tolerable. And honestly, if I had started at this level, it probably would have been intolerable. But that just kind of gives an idea of how intolerable where I started was. Because I mean, it was kind of thing that you could poke me randomly, and I would scream like a little girl because the pain was just that high, and it's isolated, and it's reverberated, so it was just absolutely and utterly ridiculous. Anyway, I am going on unnecessarily at this point, so I'm going to call this video to an end, and I will update you guys once I learn anything major happening moving forward at this point. Until next time, guys. Peace.